Hello, this is Greg Hayes, and these are my top 10 tips on how to beat Texas Hold'em poker. Number 1, don't play poker. If you're listening to me for tips, then you suck. So just don't play. Number 2, only play pocket aces. I know that sounds pretty lame, doesn't it? But a lot of casinos don't require you to post to play. Therefore, if you really want to make sure you're going to win, wait until you get a seat at a table where you don't have to post to play. If you haven't got aces, get up and leave. And you're pretty much guaranteed to win if you do that. You can just make sure that you don't make a small raise pre-flop. Make sure that if you've got aces, push all in pre-flop. And you're not going to win every time, but the odds will be vastly in your favor. You're going to have to sit at a lot of tables to make this work, and it's probably not worth your time, but if you want to be sure to win, that's one secret tip that a lot of pros aren't going to tell you about, so give that a try. Number 3, if you're up, leave. I know a lot of poker pros out there will tell you that when you're playing well and you're winning, you're gonna just keep playing better. That's a bunch of bull. I've seen so many people at the poker tables with huge stacks get lucky, and then within an hour or two it's all gone, or they play really well for an hour or two, and then something happens that causes them to go on tilt, or they have a bad beat or a cooler or whatever. They should have left when they were up. And my advice to you is, if you get up, leave. If you're listening to me and you get up, leave. Number 4, if you're down, leave. This is similar to number 3, if you're up, leave. If you're down, leave, however, usually you really are probably playing worse. You may have passed your point of maximum pain, and you no longer care how much you lose. You start getting impatient. You put in 4 or 5 hours and you're down 4 or 5 buy-ins. You've only got so much more time you're willing to wait to get those 4 or 5 buy-ins back after a certain point. So you're going to start playing more aggressively, more recklessly. Other players are going to pick up on that. They're just going to sit back, wait for cards, and have the odds in their favor when they go all in with you. So if you get down, leave, set a limit when you reach that amount, preferably 1 or 2 buy-ins. If you lose 1 or 2 buy-ins, just leave. Number 5, use other people's money. A lot of these poker pros don't play with their own money. The famous Stu Unger didn't have the money for his buy-ins for the last World Series of Poker that he won. The last 2 that he won, he didn't have the buy-in. He was backed by somebody else. So that's another way to ensure that you're not going to lose money, and it's all upside for you. I mean, if you're really that good at poker, you should be able to get other people to stake you. And that's what Stu Unger did. That's what a lot of pros do. And that's what you should be doing too. That's my number 5 tip. Number 6, play home games. Yes, the casino is more exciting. You get to get out of the house and whatnot, but you got to pay for transportation. You've got to pay for rakes. The stakes are going to be higher. The players are going to be better. And so there's just so many reasons to go ahead and play the home games if you insist on playing poker. Players are going to be looser, they're going to be more friendly, they're going to drink more. Can't tell you how many times I've sat around a table at a casino and absolutely nobody was drinking, nobody was smiling, nobody was having any fun at all, and the stakes weren't even that high, because casinos can be very serious and very dull. And there's all this talk about, well, the casinos, you can have table selection. That's a bunch of bull. Most casinos I've been to, you've got to wait forever to get a seat at a table, and then you're stuck with whichever players are at that table. And so home games is the way to go if you want to have an edge in most cases. Number 7, become a teacher of poker. Become an author. Become a vlogger. There's a lot of ways to make money at poker without even playing. Just explain to other people how to play. Phil Hellmuth's famous advice is only play the top 10 hands and play differently against tight players than you would play against loose players. Yeah, well, no shit, Sherlock. So if you can come up with a brilliant advice like that, maybe you can make some money in poker selling that advice. Number 8, become a sponsored poker player. Not meaning that somebody is staking you, but rather that you wear somebody else's banner or logo and get paid for that. Number 9, use the players cards at the casino to get free comps. That'll compensate you a little bit for the rake, make up for the rake a little bit. Obviously doesn't make up for the whole rake or the casino wouldn't do it, but helps a little, and a lot of times people play and they don't take advantage of that. So take advantage of that if you're going to go to a casino and play. And my final number 10 piece of advice to win at Texas Holdem poker is keep your day job. You want that money for stake money. You want that money to pay your bills. You want that money so you don't wind up going broke either because of bad play or bad luck or whatever. Keep your day job. Number 10, final tip. And that's Greg Hayes' top 10 tips for Texas Holdem poker. How to be a winning player. Out.